ChatGPT-5 details were recently leaked, and the new version of the chatbot might just make humans look stupid.
Driving 80 miles per hour, how long does it take for you to go 80 miles?
80 hours.
70 hours.
80 hours?
We're going to dive deep into the new features of GPT-5 and why it might just do that. Plus, do you want to know why humans should just forget about all their obligations and responsibilities and just go out and play pickleball instead? Do you want to know why future AI models are just going to make humans seem dumb in comparison? Well, by the end of this video, you'll know who said that crazy pickleball quote, why he said it, and what it means for humans living in a future world dominated by AI. Recently, Bill Gates interviewed Sam Altman on his podcast, Unconfuse Me. This podcast unveiled tons of valuable insights and details about OpenAI's next generation LLM, GPT-5. So you might ask, what's the big deal? How is GPT-5 going to be so much better than GPT-4? Well, lots of information on these improvements spilled out in the interview. But before we start, remember, in the interview, Altman talks indirectly about GPT-5. He doesn't come right out and say GPT-5 will do this or that, but I mean, come on. We all know he's talking about GPT-5. With that said, let's get into the benefits and what we can expect out of GPT-5. Altman emphasized that multimodality will be a large part of OpenAI's latest LLM. Basically, this means that GPT-5 will be trained on various forms of media, including video. So when you use ChatGPT-5, you'll most likely be able to create videos from a simple text prompt. It will be very similar to how you can use text to create images in ChatGPT right now via DALL-E 3. So for instance, say you want a video of the sunset off the coast of Hawaii. Simply enter this as a text prompt and GPT-5 should be able to create a short video for you in seconds. Now, Runway ML and other OpenAI competitors can already do this, but OpenAI tends to wow people when they release new features. So when they unleash text to video, it could be a game changer in that field of AI. Let's see what Sam Altman himself says about multimodality.
Multimodality will definitely be important.
Which means speech in, speech out.
Speech in, speech out, images, eventually video. Clearly, people really want that. We launched images and audio, and it had a much stronger response than we expected. We'll be able to push that much further. But
the next huge improvement in GPT-5 is state-of-the-art AI reasoning and reliability. To find out what exactly that means, let's listen in on Altman explaining how GPT-5 will drastically improve in this area.
Maybe the most important areas of progress will be around reasoning ability. Right now, GPT-4 can reason in only extremely limited ways, and also reliability. You know, if you ask GPT-4 most questions 10,000 times, one of those 10,000 is probably pretty good, but it doesn't always know which one. And you'd like to get the best response of 10,000 each time. So that'll be that increase in reliability will be important.
That reasoning is a vital part of the holy grail of AI, and that is AGI. AGI, or Artificial General Intelligence, is the point where AI becomes smarter than humans, and reasoning, something Altman stresses over and over again in this interview, is needed for AI to reach this goal of AGI. Once the goal of AGI is reached, that's the point where many AI experts become frightened. They've been continually warning us that we humans need to be very cautious about AGI because AGI could threaten the very existence of humans themselves. For instance, what if these self-aware robots decide they don't need humans anymore and want to get rid of us? I mean, that's a possibility, and we need to have safeguards in place to protect the human race. Even Altman himself wants regulation in AI. In the interview, he suggests that AI should be overseen by a global regulatory agency, a regulatory body similar to the IAEA, which oversees nuclear power on a global scale. But even with all those concerns, he's still pressing hard for reasoning in AI models like GPT-5. Even in a recent X.com post, Altman hinted that the OpenAI team is hard at work on AGI, and he says, "A little patience, please." He's pressing hard to accomplish the milestone, even with huge risks. On top of that, in a recent presentation at Y Combinator, a venture capitalist fund that Sam used to be a part of, Altman was quoted as saying that AGI will happen relatively soon. Now, this doesn't exactly mean that AGI will be achieved when GPT-5 is launched, which is supposed to be in 2024, but it does mean that AGI is being worked on by OpenAI. And even if AGI is not achieved over the next year, parts of AGI, like reasoning, will be part of GPT-5 even if AGI is not achieved. And before we go on, don't worry, I haven't forgot. You'll learn about the crazy pickleball quote soon. It's really pretty wild. And back to the GPT-5 features.
Customizability and personalization will also be very important. People want very different things out of GPT-4, different styles, different sets of assumptions. We'll make all that possible.
So what does this mean? It most likely means you'll be able to log in to ChatGPT and give it access to your Gmail, Twitter, Facebook, Google Docs accounts, and on and on and on. Basically, ChatGPT will be able to tie into any platform that stores your data or knows anything about you. ChatGPT-5 will then have a huge data set to learn about your background and who you are as a person. Just imagine all the information that ChatGPT can learn about you just from the past 5 years of your emails alone. It would know you better than your best friend, spouse, or even mom, and it will learn this all in seconds and not years. This brings up a huge privacy problem though, but we'll save that for another video. By giving ChatGPT access to your personal accounts, it would know about your quirks and personality. It would know if you're an extrovert who likes being spoken to directly, or if you're an introvert who prefers to be spoken to in a softer tone. If the chatbot has access to your calendar, it could wake you up in the morning and give you a rundown of what you need to do all day in the exact tone and voice that fits your personality. The sky's the limit with all this, really. The new personalized GPT-5 will be more of a customized assistant that feels like a person rather than just a lifeless chatbot. Let's see another thing Altman is excited about in GPT-5.
These are the stupidest the models will ever be. But coding is probably the single area from a productivity gain we're most excited about today. Massively deployed and at scaled usage at this point. Healthcare and education are two things that are coming up that curve that we're very excited about too.
What we can take from this clip is pretty simple. ChatGPT-5 will most likely have a huge improvement in computer programming built into it. Right now, Altman is quoted as saying ChatGPT-4 can make computer programmers 300% more effective. So if GPT-4 can increase productivity by 3 times right now, imagine what ChatGPT-5 will be able to do. It's very possible ChatGPT-5 could make tasks like building an iPhone app or building a web page from scratch possible without any computer programming, knowledge, or training. Instead of coding the app or website, you would simply just upload the details of the app you'd like created, and GPT-5 will make it for you. As crazy as it sounds, we're actually getting closer to this happening each and every day. On top of that, and as Altman alluded to in this last clip, we'll probably see a huge improvement in healthcare and education within ChatGPT-5. Maybe AI tutors and doctors will really start to gain traction. All right, so who in the world said go play pickleball and insinuated humans will be dumb compared to AI? Well, that was Bill Gates himself. He actually believes that AI will be so smart one day, humans will be just wasting their time trying to solve complex problems like solving cancer. It will be better for humans in terms of productivity to just go off and play pickleball than to compete with AI on these problems. Because at the end of the day, humans will be dumb compared to AI. Let's see what Gates says himself.
Excitement that, hey, I'm good at working on malaria and malaria eradication and getting smart people and applying resources to that. When the machine says to me, Bill, go play pickleball, I've got malaria eradication, you're just a slow thinker, then, it is a philosophically confusing thing, and how you organize society. Yes, we're going to improve education, but education to do what?
That's it for tonight. If you found this video interesting, please subscribe to this YouTube channel and my free AI email newsletter at fry-ai.com/subscribe. Have a great night. This is Ryan signing out. Take care.